tutti fruity, sweetness, and of course, honey cakes, welcoming you back to crypto's juiciest news. Biddy Coin thrusts back up to 96,000 American dollars. Remember, Uncle Jimmy Cramer got bullish up here, then we started tanking down to still above 90K. It was around 91K. But, you know, friends, markets, they always do like these lower high thrusts up just to see if they can perk up and come back down. If it's going to continue down, we don't know. We can still keep going up. There's some big news to go through today, friends. Like, wait till you hear the MetaMask news, friends. MetaMask is now allowing USA customers to buy crypto directly from Venmo. Okay, so they can just click a few buttons. Don't do it, friends. Don't do it. It's always really terrible fees. It's like 3%, 2%, 9%, 16%. It's like horrible. But honestly, people aren't going to care because they're going to be like, I know what they're going to do. They're going to say, well, it takes me 2 or 3 days to get onto Coinbase, give my license over. They don't know how to use the wallets and moving it around. Or they press a few buttons, pay the slippage, and then they're going to hop into something like, oh, pDAI is only 5 cents. It's going to go to $1. That's pretty much it. And they're going to do that across the board. I want to quickly, briefly mention to you the Soylana ETH ratio. Look at this, friends. Soy ETH is down here, but remember, they did do things like that. So why is this important? Just showing you, like, look, man, Ethereum, they got to bring something back. Something's going to have some sort of resurrection here. I know it's a third cycle curse, but like, bro, like Soylana people, you guys have been running for like 14 months, dude. You guys are getting greedy. You've been literally getting greedy. Look at that, man. You've been literally you went up for 462 days. My gosh, like 14 months. The 8-month mark is dangerous. And then you hit 12 months. And then 12 kept going to 13. 13 kept going to 14. And that's when everybody, obviously, look, they might get trapped. They might get trapped. The vertical line is the FTX unlock. Also, friends, I've got to remind you, right? So you have PulseChain, which is slingshot leverage on Ethereum. It's going to be nice if PulseChain does an actual big slingshot. And I'll show you that soon. And I actually have you look at the pulse to sol ratio, friends. So don't get worried, friends. I know a lot of people. I've got to play some nice pump music for them. Shout out to every baby doll out there. You don't do these custom ratios, friends. I know everyone feels like they're a kid in a playground now and a kid in a candy store, and they're like, oh, I want to put a ratio with XRP to Stellar and do all that. Don't do them, okay? The only ones you need to do, either pick BTC or ETH, okay? Either pick them, it should be ETH, to be honest, because you're bullish on ETH BTC, especially long term. But you don't have to. You can pick BTC if you want. Just pick one of them and that's it. Just chart everything against that. This one I make, it's just for visual representation, just to show you, friends, because Ivan got rid of his Pulse here into Sol. So look what Pulse did in this 14-day period before, 178% move. If it did such a move again, look at this. Now it's up here. He can only get back, oh my gosh, he's down 65% of his position. You see how dangerous it is to rotate altcoins to altcoins? Because they can easily slap around. Whereas it's much better, like if you're moving from ETH to the altcoins, ETH is like harder for the ship to turn around, all right? But when you're doing altcoin to altcoin, man, it's like hyper volatile. You shouldn't be doing that. Also, remember, in my video, friends, because I love and appreciate you, especially for Ivan, I showed, hey, if you want to go deeper in the game, if you actually want to win at what you do, instead of selling all the Pulse into Sol, okay, sell just 70%. Now you've got 70% in Sol, and that other 30%, split the Pulse, and then go get slingshot leverage on Pulse. Okay, so I put like, you get pDAI, you can get ICOSA, you can get Pika. You see what I mean? You buy parts of the ecosystem, because if Pulse goes up, these things will slingshot on it, but you have higher risk. But you know what I mean? But here's the thing, friends. People who are willing to leave, they don't care about the higher risk part because they've given up on the chain anyway. Because then you're basically hedging yourself. You're saying, well, if the chain turns around and you're wrong, which means it goes up, think about what happens to the other smaller things. They go absolutely moonshot. Because that's exactly what Bonk did. Soylana went 10, Bonk went 150. Okay, same thing with Dogshit. They all become leverage on it. But you got to pick the winning ones. That's why it's not easy, but I handed it out here for you, friends, because we're here literally 18 hours a day. And it helps when Pulse, the spew is very cheap, right? And all these other market cap valuations are low. This is the Biddy Coin price chart, friends. You see this weekly candle up here? It reminds me of around here, man. It really does. It reminds me of these, friends. I remember here we all thought it was basically going to stop. And then it did kind of have these periods on the weekly chart where it basically stops around. Just to let you know, friends, just be careful of this. So if Bitcoin, if we finish the week red, okay, like around here, What I've noticed is it's a high odds it comes back to this eventually in the next bear market. Okay, look what happened here. You see that? Comes back all the way down here, comes back to the bottom. So that's when 16K. So you never know, man. That might happen later on where Bitcoin is here. You never know. It might come back up here and something happens and it comes back down. Liquidations, you know, that'd be fantastic if we see that actually. You know, if Bitcoin fans, man, I mean, lovely. Imagine Bitcoin can hit like a 300K. I know it sounds wild. If it hits 300K and then it drops 70%, it's back down to around here. Okay, so what I'm just trying to do is I'm trying to like look and peek into the future, but you don't know with these fans. You're just trying to prepare. Okay, you can't. That's why like you never really have price targets. You just prepare for these. You know, a lot of people, friends, low level pleb scarcity mindset people who are jealous and who don't know what they're doing, they focus on price target stuff. They focus on that, okay? Because they have nothing else going for them. Whereas the process is more important. It's not about the price target, okay? Price target isn't there. So for example, like you were prepared this year, you know how Bitcoin's here? You were prepared. What if your altcoins were already 15x higher? Okay, then that's dark prophecy. Imagine others BTC, which I'll show you now, which is absolutely cranking as well. Imagine, friends, others BTC. Imagine others BTC was not down here. What if others BTC was literally, what if it had done this already? What if it was up here? See, that number is 0.55. So instead of being 17.8% of Bitcoin, what if it was 55%? Then I would be saying, hey guys, I know Donald Trump and the money printing and everything's going to be great, but this is dark prophecy stuff. Like the altcoin mania got priced in this year instead of next year. But we were prepared. But luckily, it didn't happen. Luckily, it didn't happen because that's the thing, friends. If you get an early pump, you get less of a move, just to let you know. Okay, the longer it makes you wait, the longer it goes up. Okay, so basically, if you were to draw these on charts, this is your portfolio, okay? So your portfolio, it can either do this, okay, this, or like that. Bang, and then this is much higher, all right? So here's the thing. So this one makes you wait longer, but these are like these are like a short-lived pump. So, but in another alternative world, instead of this cycle, it could have easily done that, okay? But then it's done, okay? You see that? So you'd be like, oh, I want more money than this money. This money's more, but yeah, this one comes earlier. That's why they're just showing you just from markets. That's what happens, okay? When things get gifted to you early, they don't have as much as a distance as if you had to wait a long time. Now, you know who's stealing the show, friends? It's actually Ethereum's, because Ethereum's is right here. It's at almost, friends, 0.038 ETH BTC ratio. It's literally done the green here, man. It's got to come back. It's literally got to come back. What did I tell you, friends? Flash 40% move. This isn't the real 40% move, by the way, just to let you know. Richard Heart's PulseChain sacrifice, also pretty much only 3% offside now. So that's the flash move. Well, I've got it's a weekly chart here, friends. It's something like this is the 20%. Look at this, man. Look at Ethereum, friends, in the bear market. Look what it did here. It did in 2 weeks. It did plus 66% move. Okay, and even here, what did it do on this one? It did plus 80% on those two candles. It did plus 98% in those two candles. So, like, I just said plus 40% just to, like, give myself a little, like, Pokemon badge of honor and friendship. But don't be surprised if it's, like, 60 or 70%. Okay, by the way, because the amount of hatred Ethereum received, yeah, like, I'm not joking. Like, it could be like a 70 or an 80% move. It could be in a 14-day period from the bottom to the top. Okay, a flash move. So, like, you never know, man. It might literally, you don't know when it's going to start. But what would even like a 60% move do? Man, put it to 5,500. Doesn't mean it's over. Actually, it just means it's like starting to accelerate out here. But yeah, I guess we'll see. So it's good that Ethereum's coming back, friends, as well. So obviously, with all the mania and everything, we have PulseChain, the spear. PLS, the spear, friends, it's still rotating up. That's nice. You see that? It's flipped green on the weekly super trend. Here you have PulseX as well, the better DEX, better than Uniswamp and Unisoy. It's also going to moonshot as well. But all of these, friends, pretty much, it's very, very clear. It's clear now that the spear, the actual first cycle unicorn behavior, doesn't mean like the coins and the technicalities of these. It is pDAI. Okay, so out of Richard Heart touched coins, it is pDAI. By the way, man, I just want to take 5 seconds to just tell you something. Think about Richard Heart. How powerful is this guy in crypto? Because, like, him owning a coin is exhibiting first cycle unicorn behavior. Look at this. pDAI, friends, at 2.1 cents. Isn't that, dude, that is... Friends, now you're learning in life You bet on people. You see, friends, not once did I come out and say, yeah, what, Richard? You should have done this. You should have done that. I don't know, bro. You're the billionaire, not me. I'm just saying, sometimes I'd say, hey, this doesn't look good. Or this does look good. Probably doesn't even care, bro. You know what I mean? He's like, oh, where's your $1 billion mansion? I'm like, oh, obviously. So there's no criticisms, friends. It's like, oh, Elon Musk, you shouldn't have smoked a joint on Joe Rogan. Bro, let him do whatever it is they're doing. You understand? Like, who are these people coming out with all their opinions, dude? Just like, you're either on the board, you're either on board or not. You're on the ship or not. You can't be, friends, on the ship and then start yelling at icebergs that you're dodging or yelling at dolphins to get it. You can't. It doesn't work. You understand? You're either on or not. You can't decide midway, okay, now can we change direction and stuff? You know, so that's pretty much it. That's why it's, friends, public markets. They give everybody opportunity. That's why crypto is the greatest video game on earth. You don't have to play. But if you want to play, you can play. pDAI now at 2.1 cents. It's actually beautiful to see. pDAI at 7 cents, it would match Luna UST's high. It's almost flipped Luna. So Luna's, I think, 2.3 or 2.5 now. Actually, sorry, the UST. The UST price, I got the unpegged algo stablecoin. I don't know why. I'm just feeling this 10 cents. It seems like such a perfect round number. And then, yeah, that's going to be great. Now, so if you notice, friends, actually the biggest news of the day, Sommi has officially upgraded Ethereum from the lowest level, a brown shoe, up to the second last level, dogshit. So, I mean, I want to give lots of claps for Ethereum. There has been no more brown shoe emojis. Why? Friends, I'm living a bit in the future. I know, okay, Ethereum's time to turn around. Friends, you can't write this story anymore. The only person short Ethereum right now on Twitter is Ansoy. I've shown you, remember we went through the posts? He's literally the only guy short Ethereum. The only guy short. He's like so confident of this short. I'm like, bro, like, how do you call yourself a trader? You're literally selling after the longest downtrend in its history. Bro, do you know how dangerous that is? That's like you being leveraged long after Bitcoin's run up. Remember how Bitcoin's meant to have a 4-year cycle? It's like, imagine Bitcoin runs up for 5 years. Imagine it runs up at the end of 2026 now. And then you're still turbo leveraged long in like November of 2026. I'm like, bro, we were meant to crash a year ago and you're still long? We haven't crashed yet? Right, it's the same thing with Ethereum. Like Ethereum was meant to go up here, friends. We got scammed. We got scammed. It's third cycle curse. Something was going to happen, right? If you want to know all of this damage, what is this damage, friends? That is the oversupply of Ethereum in terms of like the layer 2 stuff out here. But like I said, friends, Vitalik, you know, he's the 4,000 IQ alien. Anunnaki, come in here, modify our DNA. You know the shtick, friends. You know what's up. So let's hope it's the only start of better things to come. Friends, Bitwise now apply for a top 10 crypto index. Might go through about that later. So I should show you some of these very, very soon after I go through news. Remember, exotic top signals, friends. Sommi's one of the exotic top signals. Just watch out. If they give us the index next year, oh my gosh, you know that's the end. The index. Because everybody's so euphoric. Hey, let's just add all these coins in crypto. Everything's great. You know, so that's the final cash out plan for Ripple and everything else. So that's why, friends, they can only dump the inflation in Ripple. They can't dump most of the coins because there's not enough liquidity. Yeah, but you get to see all these. But I've got more videos and stuff coming up. Friends, as I mentioned, MetaMask users in USA can now buy crypto directly. This is huge news. Don't do it. By the way, you'll get robbed 3%, 5%, but it is big news, friends. It's big news. You want your bags pumped? That's it. That's it, man. Because it's just a few buttons. Like deposit into crypto, throw it into stuff. Man, it's just, but you want to get in before it happens. This is what we're doing, right? Also, friends, there was a stock company called SOS, which is, friends, look, how does this exist in our simulation? SOS traditionally stands for Save Our Souls. You know, the SOS emergency. Their stock is down 99.99%. It used to be worth $85,000. I'll show you. Here's the stock here. It literally used to be worth actually $98,000. It's in, friends, this is hilarious. It is inverse Bitcoin. Oh my God, it's literally inverse Bitcoin. It used to be worth $98,000 and now it's worth 10 bucks. It's literally just, and guess what they did, friends? Look at this. I'm going to put on a log chart. You see this 2x move? Right? They announced they're going to put $50 million of Bitcoin on their balance sheet. So just let you know, this is like end of time signal stuff. It's companies, they're like trying to be a derivative of MicroStrategy. That's a derivative of Bitcoin, right? These are like the derivative of the derivatives. This is when everything starts to go really poop. It's kind of like, friends, you have you got your Spear core coins, the layer 1 chains. Then you got your meme coins, okay? But then you do like the memes of the memes. Like it's kind of like, okay, let's say the Poker Center, Pika, okay? Let's say somebody later on, they're like, oh, let's make a Pika, a Chinese version of Pikachu. You know what I mean? Like, let's do a Chinese version, but just because maybe there's a Justin Sun, a China themed narrative that goes on. Or you see what I mean? You're like, oh, you're doing like you're like really spiraling down and you're running out of ideas. That's pretty much like the end of time stuff. As mentioned before, friends, this is Richard Hart's Ethereum position. Okay, since purchase. It was the average purchase price 3,770. It's only 3% down each 23 minutes. Basically break even, bro. It's not even break even. It's break even. Okay, but it'll be in the green when it hits 3,800. We'll screenshot it. We're gonna show everybody. Remember, friends, PulseChain, the strongest neo religion in crypto, priced like a celebrity meme coin. Oh man. So this is just the game, friends. HEX is a better Bitcoin. You gotta remember, friends, as well. PulseX. Okay, if pDAI gets to $1. And everybody's farming, the PulseX buy and burn is going to do some wild stuff because it's going to absolutely crank in the buy and burn function when everybody is swapping between the pDAI, the wrap Bitcoin, they're getting farm in this place, a new coin gets introduced. Like it's going to do a lot of volume, man, a lot. By the way, I just noticed, friends, HEX is up 20%. The combined HEX is now back up to 2.8 cents. PX is up to 2.5 cents. Must be cranking right now. Look at this, friends. The buy and burn is now 5.47%. That is absolutely tasty. And on this very exciting news, friends, because it's actually cranking right now. The nipple tweaking. The nipple tweaking. That's awesome, man. Okay, so we actually have price discovery. Thank God. Okay, it's only been 3.5 years. All right, let's go. So this is PHEX. This is the highest weekly. If we close here, this will be significant. The highest weekly close, unless you want to count this, pretty much soon, in a long time. In wow, since May 2023, since launch. That's big. But we got a long way to go, man. We got the 5 cent here. We got the 10 cent here. By the way, I saw a poll just to let everyone know. We shout out to the baby that made the poll. Forgot who it was. They said, what hits $1 first? pDAI or HEX? Now, what was fascinating is that pDAI has run up more recently. Okay, it has run up more. Yet still, people selected HEX more. So pDAI is up 7-8x. Up here, it's actually, man, since it's bottom of July, it's up like 18x. So pDAI is up more, but people still chose HEX. So I'm just giving you guys an idea to how like contrarian the pDAI narrative is right now. It's at 2 cents. Because friends, why it's important, it's the missing link. Okay, it's the missing link. So that's why you don't have to touch it. All right, even if it's in a family-friendly way of touching, you don't have to touch it, friends. You don't have to do anything. It's up to you. You make your own decisions. Okay. You're not going to be one of those crybabies who cry out there like, oh, I listened to that person and I bought because of him or I thought because of him. If you believe in something, what someone else says shouldn't impact you, okay? That means you don't really believe in it, okay? So if you're walking down the street and you're there with your wife and some guy says, hey, your wife's fat and ugly, I don't like her, and then you leave your wife, did you really love her? No, you didn't. Okay, well, if you're dating a girl and one of her friends says, you know what? He's a loser. You should leave him. And she leaves you in 3 seconds. Did she really love you? No, she didn't. Okay. If you're in a coin and you hear, okay, maybe this coin, they don't like them. You know, friends, gatekeep, PulseChain, PulseX, a lot of people do this, all this, not just gatekeeping. People just don't like coins because they just don't own them. You can't like everything at once. That's it. Okay. If you sell a coin and you think about it and you're like, I can get back in, or it's coming back and breaking the high, or I have like another 5.5 months, or the person who I maybe got that information from, maybe they posted about it like 15,000 times after that point, giving you an opportunity to get back in. If you still reject that, you never really want it in the first place. Okay, so you have to make your own decisions here, friends. It's a public market. You can't control people. It's the minds of the masses. Only you can decide. If you go out there asking people for sympathy, if you're going out there asking people, please, like, I want to sulk, please, can you give me a platform so I can go cry? There's no apologies, friend. There's not. You're literally stepping into a ring and then you're asking people to feel sorry for you because you got hit by the other boxer. You have gloves as well. You can make your own decision. If you feel, okay, maybe this person's not sure about something, okay, you don't have to sell 100% of your position. Sell half. Okay, they have plenty of opportunities and strategy for you to win in this game. But if you're letting these types of bad soy boy mindsets get to you, then you have to ask yourself, are you a soy boy in the first place? Okay, yes, a lot of people are, friends. That's why they're not going to make it. But for the rest of us, 99.9 of us, we are squirrels. We hold our own nuts. Now, if pDAI, by the way, gets to $1, friends, it's the missing link. We have the Hyperloop. By the way, this is going to go up before, but that's... watch all my videos. I explained all of it, pretty much it. Okay, so it pegs to $1. Richard's got 12 billion pDAI. He can give incentives to farms, thicken up all the liquidities, and he can smash everything up. Hyperloop. Okay, and then as everything smashes up, he can mint more pDAI. But yeah, friends, just to let you know, Richard's building a decentralized nation, a nation on the internet. Okay, so it's another special economic zone, whatever it is. He wants. This is what he wants. And he actually said it. He wants you, so you own your core coins. But markets have cycles. So it's like, well, I don't want people to leave and bridge outside. What do? I know, I give them a stable coin. So they sell from the core coin and they trade into the stable coin. So you're going from core coin to stable coin and it's a symbiotic, it's an economic zone like that. You see that? So you have your stable coin, you have your core coin. Here's Richard here. Here's your stable coin. And here's all these things that you're trading. Here you go. Here's your stable coin. Here's all your things you're trading. Okay. And here's stable coin. Here you even have your Bitcoin. And you're moving stuff around. Okay. So you're moving all of these and you're moving it around. And by the way, I just want to apologize for some racism here. I'm missing incentive token. There you go. Now it's complete. You see that? So that's what you want. Wee. So that's the whole point. Now, how much liquidity is going to hold it up to the bridges outside? Don't worry about that part, okay? You can worry about that part when your bags are 50x higher. And by the way, I'm not just saying that to be like, you know, some cocky, arrogant guy. I'm literally letting you know, okay? Imagine you knew Richard was going to pump HEX at 10,000x from the low, okay? Imagine you knew that back when HEX was moving up. And imagine you're saying, let's say HEX is like half a cent here, 0.5. Imagine it's here. And then you're saying, hey, I'm worried about the PulseChain sacrifice. What happens if, like, you know, there's dumping after that and stuff? I'm literally, we're here and this is where we're going. And I'm telling you, okay, bro, how about don't worry about that until we get there? That is literally 46x higher. How about you worry about that when you're 46x higher? That's pretty much what I'm saying in a nutshell, because he's done it before and I think he's going to do it again. Now, friends, I've got a reminder as well. That exotic top signal, okay? Remember the exotic top signal, friends. Shout out to my friend Sommi as well, who made this clip. This friend, I'm making this literally, I'm years ahead of the game. If you just imagine that the index comes in 2025, I'm like, dude, I've been literally talking about this for 2 years, okay? So shout out to my friend Sommi with this as well. Don't ever think it's bullish. You will get trapped. This is the final trap, by the way. Just to let you know the NASDAQ? The NASDAQ want to release a crypto 100 index. So yes, that's actually true, friends. They do want to release a crypto 100, but here's the thing: we don't have 100 shit coins that are that are reliable enough to do that. But Bitwise just filed for. Look, I showed you. Look at this breaking news: Bitwise applied for an ETF for a crypto index of 10 coins. Okay, I'm just showing you, man. You don't know the exact one. You never know the exact one. I'm just helping you identify. Oh, I gotta buy in the depression when there's no news. So you know that by now, 2022, 2023, 2024, like 36 months, you're like, there's no news out there saying it like this, but you know it's ramping up, right? The cycle's ramping up. But the best time to get in is when there is no index, okay? And also here, friends, last year, I speculated about the ETFs and other things being a top signal. Look at this, Roca Negra ETF, Ethereum ETF, crypto index, okay? Bitcoin, Ethereum, altcoins, they are all exit signals. Good luck. So we've got one left. It's the crypto index. Now, I did not know when they were going to appear. No one knew, okay? They appeared early. That's wild. They appeared in 2024, the Bitcoin halving year. What are they going to do next year? Dogecoin ETF? Is that going to be the top? Imagine that's not the top. Imagine they just do, you know what? Let's just do a freaking index of all these. And we're like, okay. You see? So if you just got to hold, man. That's it. You just have to believe, because like I tell you, friends, bull markets have infinite top signals, top. But it's price discovery. Okay, so they're not really like top signals. It's because you're making a new top, but you're gonna go make a higher top later and actually show that to you. This is the top signal. That's why you're seeing top signals here, because you're actually in a new top. But is this the top for the whole cycle? I don't know. I hope not. I'm not playing for that. Okay, but this is what you're waiting for. A higher move. Here I am even speculating a long time ago. At the top of this bull market will be in euphoria. I do believe we'll see them call for an altcoins ETF. A literal poop coin ETF where they can get an index of the top 100. So it doesn't have to be 100, it could be 10, it could be 5. I don't know what it is, or 20. Okay, so I said right now I'm still wearing my underwear. So here we are. Okay, we're still early. Naturally, it will cause too many weekends to enter and give us the nuclear winter when it's all done. But hey, that's market cycles. Okay, I'm just showing you the foresight, friends. You need the foresight to start thinking of these, because no one comes out and says, hey, we're actually too happy right now. Let's go. Friends, you ever been at a party? Have you ever been at a party? No one is able to stop and go, wow, I'm having so fun, I should leave. No one says that. No one. Even when you're with the boys and you're cracking a few and it's been a long night, no one leaves at the peak. They wait till it drowns out and everyone's like seedy. And everyone's like, energy's lowering. They're like, yeah, it's getting late. The sun's coming up. You see what I mean? well, the sun's coming up in crypto. That's like, okay, it's down 75% from the top now. It's doing a lower high. Everyone thinks it's going to return back to the high. You don't want to get to that point, okay? But that's why you're long now. Friends, the people buying next year, they need a 10x. You're buying today, you're already up 10x from that point. Hopefully the whole thing portfolio. So you're like, you know what? Even if it does just another 2, I'm sweet, okay? But they're entering next year. They're going to be needing the 10. Okay, you never want to need the 10, especially with everybody else. You got to be reminded as well, friends. Every major crypto founder and team exit strategy is an ETF. Okay, so their exit strategy, every major founder, all of them, that's the ultimate goal, is to get the ETF, because that is stock market liquidity rails buying their stock, their token. Okay, right now, what are the liquidity rails, friends? You got to go to Coinbase, you got to go to exchange, you got to give them your ID, wait 3 days, move it around, message your friends on WhatsApp. Hey, what's the address for this? My friends and my cousins literally just messaging me for the past 48 hours. What's the PulseChain bridge again? What's the PulseX website? Everyone's just asking me these same questions. And I'm like, okay, so see what I mean? The rails are harder to get through, but they know to go through it because they know what's going up. They know the prices and the opportunity is there. But eventually, there's none of that. Eventually, you just buy a button there, but the price is already too high and the growth has been taken out. Friendly reminder, the pDAI 1 cent critical level has now been reached as well, friends. So the PulseChain awakening is happening. I think people are starting to see, I'm starting to see a lot of people, friends, there are a lot of people who were sidelined on it, but I think after my videos, I've shown them, hey, how we actually get the gargantuan large price numbers. Like, you never know, friends. Like, Pulse might hit 1 cent. That's 170x away. Okay, so this is right up here. Let me actually just draw a line here so we can just create it, you and I together. Yeah, friends, right up here. That is, what is that? 100x stay, 100x sack. And just to prevent any further racism, friends, I've made the line green here because it's such a big target. And I'll just put a little target emoji just because, you know, for giggles here. Yay, we got a pulse. There you go. So you see that? Well, from today, going to 1 cent. Can Pulse go to 1 cent? Whee! There's 142x from today. Look, can it get there? Look, it can probably get there in the Pulse to the pDAI pool. Can it get there with Pulse eDAI? We'll see. I hope so. And if you're curious as well, I know, friends, there's a lot of racism as well. A lot of racism out here. But if you're curious about, let me put HEX on a log chart. What would let's do a 150x from today bring you for HEX? It would bring you around, about $3.50. I know, $3.50. There you go. So that would be a very welcomed number if we get that. But also, remember, I calculated, friends, based off Bitcoin's price today, HEX, to get back to its all-time high on the HEX BTC ratio. So based off, but if you're measuring against Bitcoin, which everyone should do, to get back against the Bitcoin high, HEX's ceiling isn't 55 cents. It has to go back, I think, now about 86 cents. That's break even from the SEP 2021 buyers, okay? Just to let you know. So that's why, like, if we get to $1, okay, now you've just come back to a double top of the HEX BTC ratio. That's why I'm showing you, like, you know, kind of break it by another 2x, hopefully. And because you're a baby doll pumpkin sweet cherry pie, a lot of people have Ink as well, incentive token, and they're farming it. If we do 170x on Ink from today, wow, man, I mean, these numbers are big, fans. Let's just do 150x. That would bring us up to, wow, it's funny, around, wow, $400 Ink. That is from the 4.236 extension of that. So a lot of people say, impossible, the inflation, impossible. I know, man, but what if the inflation goes down? What if Richard owns more Ink than you think? Okay, so what if the inflation, the handout goes down, number one. Number two, what if Richard owns more Ink than you think? And number three, what if Richard is like half of the liquidity pool of incentive token and he pulls it after he does the Hyperloop launch phase? In terms of like pDAI is now $1, he's starting to mint the pDAI. He pulls his incentive tokens up and he just starts turbo looping it. Okay, do you see what I mean? Like, you have a path there. And look, friends, you don't even need that all to happen. You know what I mean? Like, I remember all of that. I'm happy with like a 5x from here, by the way. I'm actually happy. I'm not selling. I'm just telling you, if it stops at 5x, I'm genuinely happy. Okay, I'm actually happy already now. So, where's your price point though? For my friends and family and everyone else, I've noticed 10x. They're happy. I've noticed most people 10x happy. What would your euphoria be? There's euphoria, but just that, you know, we haven't moved yet. Okay, so everyone raises the target when you get there. Okay, like Bitcoin's already 100K pretty much. You know what I mean? Like, what's the target now? Oh, 300. What's 300 feel like? Dude, we were going off zero like 2 years ago. What do you mean 300K? Bro, we just hit 100. Where's the euphoria? I mean, I told you, we priced in the euphoria in 2021 because Bitcoin was 50 to 70K. Everyone bought with the feeling that it's 100K in their mind already. And now it's come back. They're like, oh, I've been here before. Maybe, friends, when Bitcoin hits like 250 to 300K, we price in the $1 million Bitcoin euphoria. Maybe. Okay, we'll see. This was my post, friends, about the Bitwise thing. Or just a friendly reminder, when it comes to these top secrets, don't psych yourself out. Just because I've got to remind you of these, all right? A lot of these things coming out, but remember, from the 4-year Bitcoin cycle, okay, you're like, hey, what is the one thing, the one strategy, not indicate what, was the one general concept that's worked 3 out of 3 times? And that is, don't sell until the end of the year after the Bitcoin halving. So don't sell until Q4 of next year. But I'm telling you now, Ivan and everyone else is getting ready to sell in the next 5 months. Okay, they're all getting ready to sell in April, May, June, July. They're all getting ready to sell around that zone. Morad also has end of next year target. So it's going to be tough, friends. There's gonna be a pit stop. I was hoping, friends, when I told you, I was praying that our pit stop would be here because it's easy. Like, oh, Bitcoin's not stopping at 100K. But what if it goes to like 150? Didn't I tell you 150 is a trap zone? Because the 200K buyers, 200K sellers are still waiting, and the 100K people will be like, oh, it's above 100K. See that 150K is a trap zone, and then it can come back. So we'll figure out that next time, okay? This was the MetaMask announcement I was talking about, friends. Look at the video. It's pretty, just showing you how fast it is. So you do your Face ID, then they're going to look in the bottom, look, see, buy crypto for cash. Wow, you put it so you can send it to a wallet. Wow, this is awesome. Venmo now, options. Yeah, Venmo, PayPal, $100. There you go. You'll get about $2 after the freaking gas fees and the slippage. Thank you very much, you scammers. So that'll be great. Now, baby dolls, we can feel all the winning, but I want you to learn from Richard Heart himself, okay, how to actually win. Because in this next phase, okay, this is extremely important. You will see many other coins that you've never heard of, I've never heard of, fly to the moon, okay? Literally fly to the moon, and your stuff ain't moving as much. and someone else's 20x overshadows, because if you're comparing, it's comparing, friends. It's the killer of joy, pretty much. Okay, you're comparing. They're like, oh, you made a 20x or whatever, and this thing's only up like 70% or a 2 or 3x. But you got to stay on course, friends, because in this mania, okay, in the mania that appears, these old seasons and all these, the path to victory, it's still the same thing. You wait patiently forever. You exit at the euphoria, okay? It's one line, all right? And you don't know when it's going to happen, man. That's why I've said Soylana people won the lottery and they don't even know it this year, because they got given the unicorn result in 2024 and they should be rotating to other stuff, but they're not going to. That's why I believe they should see. No one's saying, oh, we're going to do better next year. Ethereum's screwed. I'm saying, man, you guys got given a turn of the cycle early. Now you can actually bunny hop. So you made a 20x in one thing. You can actually sell your soy, and then you can go get something else. You might even get another 20x. You get a 400x. They won't do that, but not a single one of them in Soylana is going to be rotating to PulseChain or anything else out here. And you don't have to touch PulseChain out here. So friends, you got to learn. I'm going to show you this. You can't be blaming other people. Say, oh, this coin didn't move as much as that coin. You have to take responsibility for yourself. People are going to, friends. There's going to be FOMO. There's going to be FUD. There's going to be these big dips and big corrections. Ultimately, you know what you're playing for. Have a listen. Remember, in crypto, especially public markets, you have to decide if you click buy or sell. You can't blame it on anybody else. It's all up to you, okay? Do you act on fear? Do you act on greed? That's all up to you, okay? What's really pathetic is people blaming others for a buy they did or a sell they did. That's like really pathetic. But a step further, what's even more pathetic than that are the others who give those people a platform to go and whinge even more to the world. Oh, I clicked sell because of him. Oh, look at this guy. Oh, he clicked sell because of this guy. The guy in the Jigglypuff hat is saying to stop being a little coward. It's public markets. You know what you're getting into. You step in the ring, you're going to get hit. You get it now? Just imagine if Richard Heart still today was tweeting, look what the SEC did to me. Where? The SEC, they made my coins go down. No, that make me hurty, make me sad. I cry. The SEC cost me billions of dollars. Imagine he was tweeting that and he just couldn't get over it. Instead, what Richard did was he doubled down. He believed. Do you want to know when he did that? Every single day. By the way, he even tweeted, HEX is a better store of value than gold, which has like 17 trillion market cap. And then I calculated on that day for some fun memes, the HEX price would be $157. Do you see? Do you see the difference between a winner, Richard, and then a loser, someone who cries and who begs other people to give them a platform for their whinging and their tears? Be like the winner. You know what to do. There you go, friends. So what I've shown you that is like attracts like, okay? When I'm just letting you know, okay? People who found the opportunity in 2021 in the midst of all the main friends, you know that there's multiple seasons and cycles and narratives. There is Cardano, there was being actually walk it through, man. There's so many things. If we go back, okay, because you just look at a bull market, oh, everything goes up. No. Look. There were so many things that appeared here. So many, especially here, friends. There were things like Saitama. This coin does a 1000x. And the chart's actually gone. Friends, and literally, I've got the exact numbers, but there's someone we know, like family friend, he put in $40 into, I think, no. He put in $200 into Saitama. And then he knows another, he's like got another cousin or another friend, he's like an apprentice plumber, and he put in $20, and they both made 1000x. Okay, so that his $200 became 200,000, and the $20 guy, it was 20 or 40 bucks, became like 20 or 40k. Now I don't know if they sold the top. I think it dropped back like 65%, and they started getting out. But just showing you, friends, like they were only able to find that one because they were new, but two because they didn't have any of these like this stigma of like this, oh, this stuff isn't working and I'm missing on the bull market and all these other things, because these don't happen at the start, friends. They happen like 3 quarters. So these all happened like in September of 2021. You understand? While they were doing that, they were like doing this and looking for opportunity and stuff out here. Okay, so meanwhile, many people on crypto Twitter and there was some parts of YouTube, they're just whinging and crying about, oh, this stuff went down, or this stuff's a scam and all this other stuff, which is true. Things are go down, things are scams, but how much time do you want to give to it? Okay, so that's what I'm telling you. Like, if you're running on borrowed time here, it doesn't last forever. But the good opportunity, fans, it falls into your hands. But you have to know, you have to open your eyes. You have to like reach out your hand. If you never reach out your hand, you can't catch the pennies from the sky. Okay, maybe pDAI at $1 starts the Hyperloop season. You see what I mean? And then we're like, oh, because we saw all of it. That's why, friends, I'm just trying to show you the vision of how it all connects. If you can see how it all connects, any like interim thing that stops and starts along the way, it's not relevant, because you know what it's worth. You know, like, okay, you know, things that may stall it temporarily from time to time, it's not the end of the game. You see what I mean? It's just part of the process. Like, subscribe, belly button, all. Don't forget it loves you. Catch you in the next one.